Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. No, just fucking around. Today is Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. We're going to do a little pre-market video lesson, just like we did yesterday. Just trying to get in the swing of things, and also this is just to keep me accountable for doing stuff, like I said before in my videos from probably over a year ago now. But I got the SPY up on the screen. Looks like it was pretty bullish yesterday. Like I said yesterday, I don't really look at this all the time. I just want to see if we're up or down. I could do a lot better with understanding fundamentals, not just for the SPY and for what maybe the government's saying, but in terms of what I'm trading. But I'm just not there yet. So um, I'm excited to see what happens with this resistance line. If we could confirm, stay above it, because it looks like it tried to come back down and maybe it formed support there. So interesting. Just keep that in mind. Cool to see. So today we're going to go over or back over the OTCs. Um, Nothing special, same list as yesterday. Um, and we'll see if anything needs to be added or taken off. So I'll go over my larger list and then I'll go into my daily watch list and we'll just take it from there. All right. Again, this is just going to be boring. It's just for me. I'm doing my due diligence daily, or doing my, I guess I should say daily due diligence here. Um, so nothing too exciting here. Let's see. INND had some weird movement yesterday, but I don't care with this volume. Um, GGI garbage, GSTC garbage, NOS. Mm, volume's faded, a little choppy now. Garbage. VNUE seems to be holding, but also, I mean, choppy, liquid, garbage. Ooh, AITX, I missed this yesterday. Is that even on my screen? It is on my screen. I guess I missed the dip there. Interesting. Um, that would have been a nice one to snatch. Even if you could have gotten into this panic here, far from VWAP and then far off the POC. Let's see how the daily looks. Yeah, I mean, not really the type of panic I would have wanted. I guess from maybe, you could argue 9.8 to 8.2. Moderate percentage decrease there, so, if you happen to get it at 8.4, I don't know, maybe sell it at 9, best case scenario. That's probably where I would have sold. I probably wouldn't have held off for this because this rejection of the POC would have scared me out. So, um, I don't know, maybe 5 to what, 8% on that. Eh, interesting. I'll keep it on my watch list, but just cool to see. FR, like I said yesterday, I'm still stalking this. You can see how just completely asinine this is. Um, I mean, if you look at the 3-year here, just way beyond where it's ever run before. Also way higher volume, but way lower. So just waiting. Almost looks like, I believe that's like a doji, or isn't there one that looks like a cross? I can't remember, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Just waiting for that to come down, give a panic. I'll have to be cautious. I'll probably go in small, nothing crazy, because these things could just keep going on you. So moving on, BRLL, garbage, ETCG. I believe I said the percentage just isn't there, potential percentage gain, so I'm not going to mess with that. It is on my watch list, but I think I was looking for more of like this type of panic here. And I mean, if you want to even call that a panic, I'd probably just call that a dip. So, I mean, like best case scenario, maybe you get in at 625, sell it at in the 650s. Um, that's nothing I really want to bother with. I'll probably keep this on just because I'd like to see it really panic now that it's had kind of like a down day. If we can get a nice, let me add some of this. Let me add some lines here. Um, just on the high volume days, yeah, good enough. Um, I mean, ideally, I'd like to see this thing maybe crash down. Hmm, maybe, crack five. That'd be nice. But, I might be. I probably won't even touch it just because, it cracks from six to five. You're looking at maybe 15% of downside, and then or so. I'm not going to be exact with all these mental percentages here, but and then what? You're looking maybe 490s to 550. So yeah, you can make 10% on that, um, but it has to be quick. So I'll keep that on my watch list. Moving on, LTUM, liquid garbage, NLST. This was the one I mentioned yesterday. I think I mentioned it. I was trying to buy in here on Friday. I missed this, and I was trying to get in, I think at 186 or 187, and I canceled my order. And minutes go by, and then Fidelity filled me on the downtrend. So I think they filled me right here. I was kind of pissed about that because that's clearly not what I wanted, and I had a pending cancel for like 8 minutes. So I don't know how they justified filling me, but it was such a small position. Um, I don't even mind. As long as you cut losses, it is what it is. If I had a larger position and they did that, I would have called them and disputed that because it was clear that I had a pending cancel for, like I said, about 8 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes. But anyway, I sold it for a penny loss, and it confirmed my sell. And then I look again. I left the market early Friday, and I looked again Monday, and I noticed that they only filled half, even though my sell said that it filled all. So I honestly can't remember if I put in the wrong share account. But with how this one was trading or how they were executing my trades, it wouldn't surprise me if they did something wonky. So we'll just err on the side of caution and say that I accidentally only filled, half. So I ended up, I think I cut it right in here, just because I wanted to see if it would reclaim quicker. And then I was happy because it downtrended and then it pushed back. So I could have gotten out a little better, but like I said, small position, and this just wasn't something that I wanted to be in. Let me zoom in on the daily here. Um, I wanted it to J hook when I was buying it in here. I thought that this downtrend and this push to VWAP, I thought that could be a catalyst, or not a catalyst, but at least give it some momentum to give it a little push. But um, when I missed the fill here, I just didn't chase. And then when they filled me, you know, I didn't know I was in still here, obviously. So, but anyway, I'll keep an eye on it. If you look at the 30-day 1 hour here, I mean, it's still kind of holding a trend. I mean, if it can dip, maybe I'll take a small position in here, but that's not really my style. Um, but I mean, I don't know, because like I said with FNMA, FMCC, a few other ones, I constantly take these off my watch list when they get boring to me, and I miss opportunities because they end up running like the next day, and I'm off by a day or two. And it's ironic, but it's something to learn from. So I'll keep this on my watch list, but I'm not really looking to trade it right now, especially because this is a little choppy. Um, Not crazy, but all right, LTCN. Garbage. Look at this absolute garbage. I think I said the exact same thing yesterday. Uh, kind of in a weird limbo right now. I was looking for a panic, I think, this day, and I missed it. I can't remember what I was doing. But I mean, I probably would have gotten chopped around in here. So I mean, best case scenario, you buy it in the low 320s, and I'd probably be selling it in the 330s. So I mean, you make, I don't know, what's that, 3% to 5%? Not insane risk reward. So um, yeah, it's kind of in a place where I don't really want to touch it right now. All right, we'll move on. I'll probably, mm, I'll leave it off my watch list. CTY, this is on my watch list. I mean, it's been holding up pretty well. I could probably draw a trend line if I really wanted to. Maybe something like this. Extend that to the right, and boom. I mean, this potentially could be a J hook. Volume's fallen off a little bit, but um, let me do these here, open and close. Yeah, I mean, higher lows. It is a liquid. I'll keep it on my watch list just to see. It's tough for me to say when you should be buying into these, if at all, because it could just fade off or it could curl up. Um, Something that with my small account I'm not really into right here. I'd like to see some actual movement first, and then this is just me, so then we'll see. VPLM, history of spiking, looks like one day and then fading the next. Same thing that happened here, spiking, fading, and now this is looking pretty interesting. Volume's well off highs here though. Let's see. I like to trace things out with my mouse. I don't know why. It seems to kind of help me out. It looks like we might be teetering here, like a potential. I don't know if you'd call that a double top. Maybe like maybe based on the time frames here, you could call it maybe a double or a triple top. Or I don't even know if you'd call it that. Maybe just topping action, because it looks like it's kind of weakening. But maybe this is just some consolidation because it is over the red green, or rather the green red. 1, 2, 3 days in a row, obviously. Um, I don't know. I'll keep that on my watch list. So that could be something if volume comes in, or if they come out with some, let's see, some press release. Sits. I think yesterday I said shits. Accurate. GDLC. Garbage overall. Um, yeah, see what I mean? I mean, this isn't really a panic. It happened pretty quick, but I mean, what? You get in at 595, 6, and sell it at 616. Panic dip buys haven't been great, so I need to be cautious. I also got screwed on OZSC. I think we'll get to that in a little bit, but I got screwed on that one. Just for a little bit, not anything crazy. I'll keep this on the watch list. GVSI. Coming into like this resistance area. Hmm. I mean, that was insane. I missed. I think I missed. No, I didn't try to trade this. I'm thinking of another stock. But, I mean, yeah, if you get in time of day, almost 11 o'clock, straight downtrend, get in at under 3, and then sell some at 32 and sell some at 35. I mean, making 8 to 20%, 8 to maybe 15%. That's not too bad based on the time of day and the rate of descent. That might have been a decent one to try out, but this is on my watch list, my daily watch list. I mean, right now I would ideally be looking for a panic, but it's kind of holding up. And I guess you could say technically this is like a. I wonder if I could. Wonder how this would look. No, I mean I guess you could kind of make a case for something like that. I don't know. That's kind of a stretch to me because you only have these wicks. Doesn't mean that I mean I guess you could still draw a trend line because the wicks kind of came to that and stopped, but I don't know. It seems kind of like a stretch. I'll just keep an eye on it. TGLO. Let's see, down a few days in a row. Rated descent's really slow. Just not something I'm really into. MKGP, nope. RJD, RJDG, nope. PDPG, I have this one. Oh, so I have this on my watch list. Complete shit, but this might be something interesting here. I'm actually gonna watch this because it started perking red green to yesterday. Um, this might be something I'd try to buy into like a morning pull, or rather a morning push. Um, because I mean, if you look at the 30-day, POC is at like 107 area. So I mean, if it could hold that and the red green one of 011, that might not be too bad. And I probably, although it does have this at 117, so this would be something I probably wouldn't be trying to overstay or anything. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I wouldn't want to overstay, but let's see. We had this spike on some volume 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the bottom, and then the next day it had a little bit of a push and then a major gap up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. And then maybe on this 1, 2, 3, 4 on the fifth day we might have a green day based on past performance, let's just say. And then maybe if it holds up, you could hold for a gap up. I mean, this one I'm definitely going to highlight because I kind of like that, and I just go in small. GBTC, let's see. A little overpriced for me. I mean, it looks good. It's nice and clean. Um, let's see if we can get a nice little trend going here. I mean, you might be able to make like a case for this. Yeah, see that's actually not too bad. Um, so I guess you could make a case like that. Hmm. Although I don't really like the percentage, so I'll just keep that on my main watch list, but not like my intraday watch list. Stack, a little choppy. I don't really think I'll touch it. Not really in any type of zone. It's above the POC, but I mean it's down so much, and then also you got this overhead resistance. I don't know. I mean, if it holds the POC, maybe it could do not like I guess like a delayed J hook. I don't even know if you technically say that would be delayed. I guess J hooks could probably have various days between from when they first went. Various days of consolidation, I guess you'd say. Um, you know what? I'll put this on in my watch list just because it's not an exact science, right? FMCC. Look at this. It tricked me. This is what I was talking about. Tricked me in here. I took it off the watch list, I think, one of these days, and then had that major morning spike. So I literally wasn't watching it this day. And then the next day, when I wasn't watching it for 2 days, this is what I'm talking about. I missed this. Now, I definitely wouldn't have. I mean, best case, if I bought in at 45, let's say, I would have been out, like probably right in here, just because of how extreme this was already. Um, yeah. Hmm. Still holding up. This one I'll keep on watch, just because it fooled me once, but maybe it won't fool me again. So we'll see. TPCS. Interesting. I'm probably going to get rid of that. Um, little disgusting here. I don't really like how this has been trading. I mean, it's very illiquid. I mean, that's why I had that alert there, or that, yeah, that alert. I'd only be interested in a panic, but even if it were to panic all the way under two, I mean, yeah, it's like 20% or so. Um, but I mean, it'd be tough to kind of, I don't know, if it breaks two, maybe going up to, I mean, 210, maybe 220 because I underestimate. So I mean, you can make 10% on the bounce potentially. Um, I'll add it to my watch just because why not? AWH, garbage. I don't think it's been doing really anything. Did have that little push, and now it's kind of seated here, but super liquid, so I'm not going to get chopped around, or not really chopped around, but I'm not going to sit there and wait. That's typically when I miss out on stuff, but also, I mean, it's all it's all about learning, so I'm not going to be upset if I miss plays. FNMA, still watching that. It's FMCC's like buddy, so this one a little bit choppier, but it kind of seems like it's holding up like actual levels better. I mean, it needs to reclaim 50 and maybe hold that. That would be nice. I mean, I don't know. It's just a tough. tough chart because it's so bad. Like the volume, I don't know. It needs a lot. Maybe a PR or something like that. All right, GDVM. Interesting. Been tracking this one, I think, since this initial more vertical push here, uh, and just waiting to see what it does in here. I don't really like how many lines I have, so I'm gonna get rid of these. That looks way better. And then we'll do these down here, and maybe that one, and this one, and that one. That's way more manageable than all of the lines that I had. So this is kind of interesting because it had that run basically from 4 to 11 and tanked, went for a little bounce, tanked, and now we've been kind of consolidating but putting in these like higher lows. Let me see here. Maybe something like that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, where's the POC here? Way down. So it's extended. Also, the RSI is kind of extended, but it's been extended since the beginning of this run. Um, but it's not crazy either. I mean, all the previous resistance levels are pretty much lower than this. I don't see any news. Very choppy intraday, but I'll keep it on watch just because it's still holding up. I mean, if this thing gets some momentum, I have to think about this would probably have to be like a longer term play just because of the potential percentage gains intraday. So maybe this, I know him and he talks about this a lot, but like trading the daily chart rather than intraday, that's not something I'm particularly good at. But with a play like this, the way it's setting up, tried once and failed here, basically at 7, and now it's geared up and trying again. I mean, if this thing starts pushing, I could buy small and then maybe add on a dip based on this support trend line. Um, but that's actually a plan. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll just keep it on watch. All right, WSRC still holding up. Uh, I don't actually like that I have that. I don't really like that. Don't really like that. I'm just getting rid of things that are, I think I just added because they're peaks. Um, which I guess isn't necessarily wrong because there's a reason things stopped where they did. But I mean, I should really be putting it where the volume's the highest. Excuse me. I'd love to see this thing crack. Obviously, that's me with everything. I'd love to see them tank quickly, and then I could just jump in. I like the potential percentage on this. I mean, I'd love to see this thing crack under 12, but I'll just keep watching it. GMER, a liquid, NWBO, nothing. TXHG, nothing. ILUS, I don't know. I know this is a former like major runner. I mean, look at this from 4 cents to 50 cents. I mean, that's just crazy. It's not even the craziest that some have gone, but right now, I'm not really interested at all. I mean, volume's shit, so. HYSR, I have so much more to focus on, so. MJWL, horrible. APSI, that was the one I mentioned that I was buying it in here at the 30 area, and then I just didn't hold it. I sold it for break even, and then of course the thing popped 20%. Um, or excuse me, it was more than it was probably 25%. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm pretty good with entries for the most part. It's my exits that I need to work on. I think that I just lack the confidence to hold because I'm such a scalpy trader because I want to grow a small account. So I don't really like holding, using my capital to hold. I like using capital in quick with quick percentage moves. Um, I think that that's more advantageous. But what do I know? I'm still learning. Uh, yeah, this is boring at this point. So I'm actually going to take this off my daily. All right, WNFT, boring, boring, boring. MMTLP still not trading. ENZC, interesting. Slow grind, volume shit. No, I'm not going to bother. GPOX, TXTM. I'm just not really seeing much lower in the watch list here. GTII. Yeah, interesting. I think I was talking about this yesterday, and I didn't really know what to do with it, and then it, opened up at 102, and I didn't touch it because I just got scared. I mean, who knows what it's gonna do, but that would have been a nice 10 to 15% gain. I don't know. It's kind of tough to trade something like this. But at this point, I don't really see much. It could go more, but it's not really something I'm into. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. And I mean, you could draw a resistance trend line, and basically, it's pretty much capped out there. So I mean, it could push, but why why bother with it? NSAV. Nope. 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 Let me double check. Nope. 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 Hmm. Mentioned this yesterday, I believe. Just so choppy. It's so choppy. Such garbage. I mean, yeah, it's got volume. Uh, but man, it's such garbage. If it was cleaner, I'd probably be all over it, but it's on my watch list, but I'm probably not going to touch it. All right, almost to the end here. DRP, no, 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 no. CLNV. Let's see. Still holding this trend. Very choppy, but interesting because it's got this holding above the year POC, 30-day POC. It's been trying to reclaim. You can see once tried, came back down, consolidated, pushed past, rejected again, tried again and pushed. Now it's kind of teetering here. I'm going to add this. I don't like the intraday, but I want to keep a closer eye on it. Not that I'm going to touch it, but nothing, nothing. Oh, Clow. I've heard this has been garbage lately. Yep, look at that. And ironically, I think I traded it. I was buying it right in here, I think. In here, or I think it was in here actually. Yeah, I think it was in here, and I sold it into this pop. I think I bought some of it in here. I sold it into this consolidation, and then I held 1/3 overnight, and I sold it at 105. I think my best sell was, so that wasn't too bad. And then it just never came back. So I'm glad I didn't really hold out looking for something bigger. Um, but that ended up being, I think, like a nice between 10 and 20% gain on my sells. Super small position, so nothing like account changing, but just gaining confidence. TPTW garbage, 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 garbage. This is my bag hold. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. I mentioned it yesterday. I got in here at 1.7. I think Jack Kellogg mentioned it because it looked like it was going to J hook. We have all this consolidation underneath, POCs down here, and I bought in, and then I sold 3/4 of my position the same day for break even because I just didn't like how much I got in with, and I knew that this could potentially fail. So I'm glad I did that, and now I just have, a quarter of my position, which is like $10. Um, And I wanted to see if it could push 1 to 1-1 again, and it kept trying, but I'm gonna have to cut this eventually. I mean, I'll probably cut it before the end of the month. I don't like holding things. It's not what I do, but you know, just trying to. I don't know. I don't have an excuse for that. That's just a bag hold. Period. No excuse. IJX garbage, garbage. Yeah, garbage, garbage. BNG. Shout out to Himini, 100%. This motherfucker right here. He was short in the fucking 20s. I think he was short 2160s, I want to say. And this motherfucker held and held and held. And look at this. This guy covered under $1 yesterday. Got the caveat mTOR status and fucking opened at 11. Or rather, I'm sorry, it opened at 6. And he covered it under $1. Gorgeous, gorgeous short. Made over 90%. Congratulations, Himini. What am I? 31 minutes in. Shout out. Sorry, no one's going to watch for 31 minutes, but you're in here, man. SIRC, garbage, and BMXI. I'm still watching it. I don't like I don't like this. This is trash, garbage, shit. Stinky, stinky pile of shit. But I do like kind of what's going on. It looks like it might J-hook. Actually, this is going to be highlighted because if this holds up and gets a little bit of volume, I mean, this could be a nice little push, you know, maybe to at least to the 15s, maybe even 17s. So, small position. If this thing opens up well or gives a nice dip out at the open, I don't know, we'll see. So that's pretty much it. All right, that is my OTC pre-market watch list for Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. Hope everyone stays safe today, and if you made it this long, I don't know how the fuck you did. So, good on you.